Good morning everybody and welcome to this week's Tillers Turf Talk. Hope everyone's keeping really well. So here we are, we're into September and officially the first month of autumn. Well, it doesn't really feel like it, the shorts are still on and it's still quite mild. But we've had a nice drop of rain recently and that's freshening things up. So all in all we're in pretty good form considering the summer that we've had. Crops and everything looking extremely well. So what we're going to do today, we're going to have a little bit of a roundup, sort of an end of summer roundup. We'll take a look at a few different things that are going on at the moment. So we'll start off with a little bit of harvest and we're going to have a look at a few other operations that are being carried out today and a few of the plans we've got moving forward. So as always, harvest is very busy and is only going to get busier now as we move into sort of peak turfing season. So really from now through to sort of April, May time, things are going to be flat out, and you know, Kieran and his team once again will do a fantastic job getting all this turf out to the customers, I'm sure. So the turf we're harvesting this morning is our Arena Gold, which is our blend of perennial dwarf ryegrass and fescue. So this makes a really nice fine lawn. It's great for fairways, tee box, in fact it's great for everything. Looking absolutely fantastic, harvest going really well, brilliant. Autumn really is an incredibly busy time here at Tillers, and you know, as the mowing and everything starts to slow down, everything else starts to ramp up, so harvest gets busier. At the moment we're finishing off a few sort of projects. You know, the topsoil campaign that we looked at a couple of weeks ago is done on this particular site now, and that's moved elsewhere. So we've got thousands of tons of really high quality topsoil available here. It really is amazing stuff, a lovely sandy loam, lovely free draining, screened down to about 8 mil. Fantastic for any kind of projects anybody might have. So this is all stockpiled now for bulk collection or for buying in sort of ton bags. You know, we can cater for any sort of volume that anybody might need, but certainly give that new lawn a fantastic start. So I'm on our Poa Bent at the moment, which is looking absolutely fabulous. I have to say now it's all about sort of disease management, keeping it down to its desired height of cut, which at the moment is around about sort of 4.5 mil, so comparable to any sort of golf green. So yeah, we've got plenty in stock here, but as you can see behind me here, we're already going out now to lots of early season golf projects where once again they're using it exactly the reason we grow it, and that is to match up the existing greens that they have. So there's a few greens extensions, a few new builds going on that are requiring this turf, and it's looking absolutely magnificent. Like I say, once again, testament to Matt and his team. Moved a little way up into the field, away from the Poa Bent turf and into one of our many wildflower turf production areas. So at the moment we've just finally completed our sowings for the year. So you can probably see behind me here now, it's all been hydroseeded down, and we hydroseed to make sure we get a good uniform distribution of all the different seeds. Wildflower seeds are all incredibly different sizes. They can be the size of your thumbnail down to the size of a speck of dust. So hydroseeding is definitely the best way for us and we get the best results from it. There are obviously other ways that you can seed too, but that's the one we favour. So yeah, this has all gone down last week and we're just nipped now. We'll take a look at some that we sowed about 3 weeks ago, and you'll see just with this little bit of rain and that we've had this bit of moisture that's around now, just how well it's doing. So we'll go over there, let's take a quick look. So that's a plot that we sowed last week. This is a plot that we sowed 2 weeks ago. This is a plot that we sowed 3 weeks ago. So coming on fantastically well, going to make a fantastic product, and with wildflower turf you're laying an instant meadow. It is grown now on a biodegradable matting, so that will break down, disappear in time, during which it will be suppressing any indigenous weed growth that may be in that seed bank already, and it's allowing the wildflowers to really get down, establish and do their thing. So we don't like to have it all ready at one time. We like to keep things just phasing in as we do with our turf. We don't want it all ready at once, and therefore we're getting the freshest turf, the best quality we can when it comes to harvest. So really pleased with how this is going. Brilliant stuff. Let's move on and see what else is going on. You know, people often ask me, they say, Richard, where on earth does Tillers begin with all this management of all these different products over this vast site that we have here, sort of over 50 square miles of turf production? you know, dotted around all over the place, different soil types, different maintenance regimes, everything else. Well, the answer's quite simple: pride, passion, lots of experience. So what we do here is based on instinct, it's based on our own experiences and regular field walking, taking a look at things, monitoring things, and just having lots of hands on the job permanently. It's something that you really can't teach. It's years and years of experience in greenkeeping, in grounds care, you know, bring a little bit of agriculture in too, to understand the land work and the dynamics of all that grass seed really needs to get going. So yeah, so an example, we've got Matt behind me now. He's in this field, we're in the Poa Bent again, he's just having a walk down there. Let's go and see what he's doing and what he's trying to achieve. Matt.
Morning, Rich.
All right?
Yeah, good mate, thank you.
Good, good. So what we're doing down here at the moment, Matt?
So what we're doing is we're just checking the sand depths on the Poa Bent turf just to make sure we're at the right depth for harvest.
Yeah, to make sure we're not taking any soil away.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to make sure that we've got sand below the harvest layer. So just talking about, Matt, what we do here, it's not all computerised, is it? It's all instinct, experience. You know, you've got many years yourself in both groundsmanship and greenkeeping.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is absolutely critical to the operations of what we do here, and it's why we produce such a high standard. So I'll let you crack on, Matt. I know you've got 101 other samples to do, 101 other things, but it's that last final detail, that final bit of priming going to golf season now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, absolutely.
So brilliant. And what can you say about your team this year after an incredible difficult year?
Yeah, it's been really challenging summer with the dry, hot weather, so I can't thank my team enough. They've worked really hard and produced really top quality turf.
Yeah, we're absolutely proud of them this year. In particular, it's been very difficult, but the standard of the golf turf, exceptional at the moment. So I'll let you crack on, Matt.
Cheers,
and I'll
Rich.
go and see what else is going on.
See you later.
Cheers,
Thanks.
Matt. Thank you. Of course, at Tillers it's not all just about the turf, although that's obviously a big part of what we do, but it's also about responsible land management. So once the field's emptied, we'll return any arising, so grass clippings, any turf that hasn't made our high standard and that we will automatically reject, will all be put through the muck spreader, which is being filled up behind me, and spread back out onto the field and return back to where it came from. So we'll go out, we'll watch a little bit of muck spreading and see just what an efficient and effective job this does. So you might see on the muck spreader there that the arisings are coming out quite fine. That's because at the back of the muck spreader itself there are a series of blades that are spinning around and breaking up any clods, any lumps as they come out, and giving us a good uniform spread over the field. So what happens next? Well, this field will be ploughed, so it will plough all these arisings into the soil where it starts to decompose, break down, and once again we're introducing something back into that soil structure to replace any small amount that may be taken from the field during the harvest. So yeah, there we go, the whole process starts all over again. So it will be plough, more land work, seed in the ground most likely this year, and look forward to another fabulous crop in this particular field next year. Well, I've arrived back at Springwood and it's absolutely chucking it down, which is great. I'm not going to complain about the rain on this occasion. It's very much needed, very much well received. Let's just hope it knows when to stop. So you may remember earlier this year we were taking a look at the loading pad here, and we installed this fantastic new facility to improve all the loading, to give a much better place for all the customers to come and collect the turf, you know, the lorries, the landscapes, everybody else, and keep it all nice and clean and tidy and crisp. So it's working and functioning absolutely fantastic, but we're going one beyond that this year, and we're going to be putting a new roadway in all the way from the pad right down to the offices in the distance. So Jim from Fine Turf's here today. He's just getting this all marked out, set up ready for the contractors to move in shortly and start, you know, pouring the new the driveway down, getting it all, like I say, boarded up, shutted up, and the old motto, do it once and do it well. So yeah, let's go over, see what they're up to, and yeah, look at some more. So we've got our sister companies here. So we've got Fine Turf here again, and we've got Lakeland Earthworks coming in to do the groundwork for us. And this will be a project that we'll do over the winter now, as and when they can spare an hour or two. I think they've probably been rained off a project today, hence the reason they're here. But like I say, we're grateful for the rain. So the plan is we're going to straighten the road out all the way back. I don't know whether you can see some white lines there, so it's all marked out. So Jamie is on the 360 and he's just scraping out, finding the edge of the old roadway. And like I say, it's going to be a fantastic addition, a fantastic improvement to things overall, not just for access for our staff and for our machinery and everything else, but also for deliveries, but most importantly for all of our customers. Brilliant. Can't wait to see the finished product. Well, I hope you've really enjoyed that little insight in what we're up to at the moment. As always, plenty going on. There's only so much we can squeeze into sort of a 10-minute video. Of course, there's loads of other stuff. There's, you know, we're organising fertilisers for next year. We're looking at new seed varieties. It really just does go on and on and on and on. So over the next few weeks, months, however long it takes, we'll keep nipping back. We're seeing how the roadway project's going. And like I say, look at a bit of a concrete pour and a bit of shuttering and other bits and pieces that they're doing along the way. And we'll document that to the end of its journey as we go and include it as part of our future videos. So in the meantime, lots to look forward to ahead. So all being well, we're going to be visiting one or two sort of factories, distributors, maybe one or two sites as well. So hopefully bring you lots of really interesting content. So thanks as always for watching, really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe and share for us. That'd be very much appreciated by us all, and myself in particular. I love doing these videos, want to continue to do them, so and hopefully we'll bring you lots of interesting content. So yes, in the meantime, have a great weekend. Take care everybody. Cheers for now.